Congress has less than 2 weeks to reach an agreement on spending or risk a government shutdown. And House Republicans' opening bid already faces obstacles. Over weekend, GOP unveiled 160-plus page proposal to fund government along with a series of wish list items to win conservative support that would have hard time passing Democratic-held Senate. But less than a day after text was made public, questions are already rising about its chances in the GOP-led House, where more than a dozen hardline conservatives oppose partisan bill. Here are 5 things to watch this week. Would the conservatives derail the proposed crossing? House GOP leadership is eyeing a vote this week on the short-term funding bill, also known as continuing resolution. But measure has already drawn pushback from party's right wing, threatening Republicans' chances of passing House, where GOP can afford to lose just a handful of votes to pass legislation without any Democratic support. More than a dozen Republicans said Monday they planned or were inclined to vote no on the measure announced Sunday night. While CRs passed in recent years have been used freeze spending at current levels by time for dealmakers in both chambers negotiate updated levels for the next fiscal year. The bill proposed by Republicans seeks cuts discretionary spending. In its current form, the proposed bill would protect funds for the Department of Defense, Department of Veterans Affairs and disaster relief from cuts while reducing spending by about 8%. The bill also includes H.R. Republican-signed bill that would restart construction of the southern border wall, restrict access to asylum and increase hiring of agents, among other measures. Two's policies are also included. The agreement between hardline House Freedom Caucus Main Street Caucus comes as GOP leadership has struggled to unite party's diverse factions in face of conservatives' push for aggressive spending cuts and policy changes in areas such as border. It remains to be seen whether leadership can find votes to pass proposed CR, as current opposition will be sufficient defeat measure if it passes it. Will the conservatives allow funding bills to be tabled? House Republicans hit a snag last week in their effort to take action on the annual defense funding bill. Opposition from conservatives forced leaders to participate in rules vote. It's a procedural step that traditionally has the support of majority party, even if some members oppose key legislation. But this isn't the first time hardline Republicans have used rules votes to derail bills this year. Over the summer, they halted their grassroots activities for a week after refusing to support any rules regarding opposition to the spending levels McCarthy had been working on with President Biden. I am trying to move this forward to make sure Republicans don't stop us from doing our job before the 30th, McCarthy said at the time. I gave them an opportunity this weekend to solve T.